Peace and blessings, family. I decided to go out this year with a bang. Being that I'm the villain in so many different people's stories, I got my black cape on today, and we're gonna see what me and Kanye have in common, and me and Kendrick, because I'm gonna pop my ish today. You are not gonna get away by putting black magic on me for over a year, for coming back with your hand open, because you just wanted this and you wanted that. You doing divination. You talking about you haven't been with no one for 17 years since your daughter's father, except a hookup here and there. How you want to get back together? We wasn't even talking for a month before um, we moved on into let's just say intimate circumstances. And we've never been in the same room for 20 years. All of this was over the phone. But yet I was still ending my relationship and in the same house. So, and I'm not an angel because I will always put all my stuff out there. That's one thing about me. I'm not afraid to put all of my stuff out there because that's how I learned. That's how I grow. And I thank Spirit every night for everything, all of the blessings that He allowed me to experience. But one thing you're not going to do, you're not going to play me for a fool. You're not going to play in my face. You're not going to sit here and try to destiny swap with me and put black magic and tell me I ain't nothing and the baby don't want me and the mama don't want me. I walked away from my relationship. I walked away from you. You thought that you was pregnant and I was just going to take you back. Like, who does that? It was just a wake up call to show me that my life and your life was going two different ways. And I don't fault you for liking what you like because I was born liking what I like. And it was like, yo, deuces, like, God bless you. And I hope you have a nice life. All this time I'm thinking that you married, got a decent life with 6 kids, and you're doing well for yourself. You're a nurse. And you came back telling me you was doing great. How you was in California living this great life. And it's amazing how the mask started to fall little by little. All of a sudden you're not a nurse. Nice. You're a medical assistant. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with medical assistants. Don't get me wrong, because I know a lot of them before they became nurses. But it's a big difference between a medical assistant and a nurse. Because every time you ask me for something, a nurse wouldn't need help with $348 for car insurance or 1,000 and some dollars to help them move when it was supposed to be only 5 or 600. So whenever you think you're trying to play me, you playing yourself because the change that I gave you is nothing compared to what you would have had in the long run. And that was just as my friend because I just wanted a friend. I had a familiar person. We started out as friends before anything happened, and we had a 4 year relationship. And I thought that was my friend that came back. But when you came back, everything was a lie and everything was calculated. Because you don't want what I could give you, you want what I have. And you could never do that. You could never be in my shoes. You were always the smartest one in the room until you met me. You was the brightest thing around until you met me. And I did not realize that you harbored so much anger, hurt, whatever. But it's something wrong with this situation. No one should be able to tell me from point A to point B how I touched them and what I did and remember small details from 20 some years ago. That's like impossible. And you need to get out of this fantasy of what we had, what happened, and that would never happen again. You really think I would take you back when you tried to put black magic on me? When you talked to me like I wasn't nothing for a year? And you wasn't even a worthy opponent because you saw that I was at my wits' end. You saw that I was at my lowest point, and you still tried to take me out. You didn't even wait for me to get on my feet so we could actually have a battle. You waited for me to be at my weakest when you thought you could take me out and take everything that I have. And it's really sad. In a million years, I would have never thought that you would end up like this. I had to go to so many different places and have so many different dreams and through meditation and all this other stuff to realize, like, no, this is the truth. This is the one who's trying to get you. And that dead bird was the one that woke me up. When I had that dead bird, I knew that it had something to do with you. And I knew it was black magic because my mother prepared me for a lot of things when I was a kid. And the way your children speak to you and treat you, and you can't make a decision without talking to your mother, and you almost 50. All of that went hand in hand, and you told me on yourself. So I always say you are pretty dumb. You're a pretty girl, don't get me wrong, but you're dumb. You don't have the street smarts. You never had the street smarts, and you tell on yourself. Astral projection, you told on yourself by letting me watch that movie. You told me certain things. Oh, I'm into tarot. I'm reading tarot cards. I wanted to be a witch. When I had that download, everything you said just hit like one, two, three. But by me not being in that spiritual realm, it went over my head, but I still took it and held on to it. In a deep place, I didn't even realize it. And you a ghost. You come back and say little nasty things, and we want to talk for a while. Then you want to come back and be sexual. And it's like, yo, what's wrong with you? Because either you on drugs or you need to be on drugs. Then the day when I'm home on a Saturday morning, you call me cursing me out, or we're just friends. Oh, you didn't tell me you had a girlfriend and da 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 da. It's a regular reposted video on TikTok, and you talking about I got a girlfriend because the girl in the video is like my girlfriend don't play around me, and you trying to play it off. Oh, you know I'm just crazy about you. No, you're crazy and you're on some type of drugs. And I know it because I was born and raised around it. So you can't play a player. Just because I'm not in the life anymore does not mean that I don't still have the knowledge from it. You would never be smarter than me. I taught you and you were supposed to do better than me. You were supposed to get better than me and you went downhill. That's why when I saw you in the hallway with the junkie with no teeth, I told you you don't go from sugar to ish. Right then and there. He knew what I meant. It went over your head. You don't go from sugar to ish. You do better. But you still don't get it. And you still trying to be slick. And you still up here playing in my face. And you still up here trying to do black magic. Why can't you two just be happy? Why can't he get a decent job? You go to school to be a nurse so you can get some real money. And y'all just live happy. But y'all try to do it off of the backs of other people. And you trying to do divination on all of these different people, and you turn into a tramp where you sleeping with all of these people and peddling your body for different situations. Like you can't get away with what you've done. You think you outside of the realms of karma? You're not God. You're not spirit where you can control someone's destiny. Anyone can put the brakes on certain things, but you can't stop my destiny. And the sad part is, I hope you had fun spending the little bit of money that I gave you that was changed, because that would be the last of my money that you will ever see. That would be the last of my money that you will ever see, because everything with you has always been about money and putting up this facade that you're a high value woman when you're not. You're still that same little insecure girl from the projects that got bullied. Like I told you today, we letting it all hang out. There's no way in the world I know you ain't think that you was gonna get away with doing black magic on me. And I don't have to lift a finger against you. I don't have to lift a finger in the natural. All I gotta do is open my mouth. And that's what I've done. I've opened my mouth and gave it in prayer, and God and my ancestors are gonna whip that ass. Cause you keep playing and you won't leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want you. I don't want him. You said you wanted a poly situation. I said you could get 2 or 3 chicks, but neither one of them won't be me. Oh, I was the best you ever had. Hey, it's like you and Drake need to be singing the same damn song because I'm through. When I saw you with old dude with no teeth, who I knew was a junkie, you think I'm waiting around so y'all can give me the disease that y'all both walking around with? I'm clean. I ain't never had an itch or scratch or nothing. I'm 53 years old, and I'm not gonna start now. So that right there was just never gonna happen. And I saw him back in what 2005, and he looked like crack. And you slept with him several times. Like, I would have never let you back into my home, back into my life, back into my arms, back into my bed. I seen what I seen, and he's probably not even the worst looking one out of all of them. So you need to realize, like, you not the same chick from back then. I'm not the same person from back then. We will never be up under the same roof.